I would like you to tell your partner, what can you see on the front cover of this book? Knee to knee, eye to eye, off you go. What can you see?
So on day one, they will be introduced to the story by looking at the front cover and having an explore about what they can see. However, the children will then hear the story right the way through without stopping, and that's what I really enjoy, them hearing a story from start to finish without having to question the text.
In England with Auntie.
Following on from that, the children will talk about that book in different ways and what they really liked about it, what they enjoyed about
part
it.
Of the story that they really enjoyed. Ted.
I enjoyed when he fell in the fruit hat.
And then starting to make connections to other stories, and that has been the most amazing part of this whole project and programme, because the children have made connections with lots of things, other stories, experiences in their own lives, even things like films and television programmes. So it's been brilliant to see what they can use within the shared reading sessions.
Reminded you of anything?
It reminded me of Jack and the Beanstalk.
So I think the benefits of having a really good discussion with the children is that they're getting to hear each other's ideas, their own prior learning kind of from each other, and they're able to make connections. Then it's helping them to remember things that they might have forgotten that they already know, and it's just helping them to get really, really excited about a book and actually realise that they often already have so much knowledge around a topic already, and it's just drawing out all of those different bits of understanding and pulling them all together.
Who's got a different word to describe how they think he's feeling? Catherine?
Disappointed.
After that, the children are introduced to the vocabulary that comes up throughout the stories, and that happens on day 2 and 3. And the children will hear those words, they'll say them, they'll already rehearse them, and then the children will hear a child-friendly definition, which is so important, so the children have real understanding of what those words mean.
Hands up if you know what a conductor is. Sibella.
A conductor is someone that calls out where we're
They'll hear
going.
that word in a sentence, maybe a couple of sentences, and so they get to hear that word in different contexts. The children have a chance to repeat that word or that sentence, as well as then putting it into their own. On day 4, the children then do some comprehension questions, and that, I think, is my favourite part of this whole programme, because the children don't have to be questioning the text or having to answer questions about the text until day 4. It really is about reading aloud, enjoying listening to the story and making connections with it, as well as hearing vocabulary, so trying to close that word gap where we can by giving them the words and trying to give them definitions. So it's on day 4 that they'll do comprehension questions, and again the guidance is brilliant because it gives us really clear types of questions. So there'll be retrieval questions, inference-based questions, prediction-based questions where possible. And then on day 5, the children get to hear the story again, which I love because it means that from day 1 through to day 5, they've heard the story many, many times. So they really become very familiar with it, and they have really broadened their knowledge of how the story works, story structure, vocabulary that has been used throughout.
All of the children, whether they knew it at the beginning of the week or not, they're able at the end of the week, all children on the same level, and they're all able to understand the same vocab words. They're able to apply it in discussion regardless of their prior learning beforehand.